Now about those dinosaurs. Okay, this is pretty easy and straightforward. I really don't want to spend a lot of time on this because the whole idea that dinosaurs went extinct 60 million years ago flies in the face of real evidence to the contrary. The real evidence that humans lived in contact with at least some species of dinosaurs is plentiful. What is commonly referred to as OO parts, out of place artifacts, are worldwide. There are stone carvings, drawings of clearly ancient origin, and artwork of artists of the post-Diluvian era that demonstrate how humans saw and recorded what they saw of these creatures. Since the accepted scientific paradigm states that the earliest human remains of record are approximately 300,000 years old, and the same paradigm holds that these creatures went extinct 60 million years ago, what truly scientific mind can accept both statements in the face of real evidence to the contrary? Rather than post a lot of parts here and debate their authenticity, I will direct you to the work of Vance Nelson and his book titled Dire Dragons. It is an excellent work on the subject performed in an objective manner worthy of anyone with a truly objective scientific mind willing to look at the evidence and let it speak. Dire Dragons: Untold Secrets of Planet Earth by Vance Nelson presents the argument that humans and dinosaurs coexisted, using evidence from ancient artwork and artifacts. Nelson examines various historical depictions of dragons across cultures, suggesting that these are actual representations of dinosaurs. The book includes photographs and digital images of artifacts from around the world, including Mayan petroglyphs and Asian artifacts, which Nelson interprets as evidence that humans had encounters with living dinosaurs. The author contends that these depictions could not have been imagined without first-hand experience, challenging the mainstream scientific view that dinosaurs went extinct millions of years before humans appeared. Nelson's evidence supports a creationist perspective, aligning with other evidence presented by researchers that the Earth is young and that all species were created simultaneously as described in the Bible. Why these creatures went extinct I find fascinating. The false paradigm holds that an extinction-level event took place bringing on an ice age about 60 million years ago. Except for the date and the type of event, I do not disagree. But let's examine the position of the false narrative of science. The following quote is taken from the USGS, an official site of the U.S. government. This is our government's position on the history and distinction of the dinosaur. Keep in mind, this is what they teach your children. When did dinosaurs become extinct? Dinosaurs went extinct about 65 million years ago, at the end of the Cretaceous period, after living on Earth for about 165 million years. Okay, let's examine that statement. According to science, dinosaurs were Earth's dominant species from 165 million years ago to 65 million years ago. We know that because science teaches that man did not evolve into his present state until 300,000 years ago, therefore dinosaurs were the dominant species on Earth before man. That being the case, dinosaurs roamed the Earth for 100 million years without serious predators to limit their number. All they had to do was eat and multiply for 100 million years. How many dinosaurs were born, lived, and died in 100 million years? The average lifespan of reptiles today is about 45 years. The longest living reptiles, such as the giant tortoise, lives 115 years. The tuatara lives 100 years. So let's be generous and say the dinosaur's average lifespan was 100 years. Then over 100 million years, there would be 1 million generations of dinosaurs. With this in mind, I asked ChatGPT to give me an estimate of how many dinosaurs were alive on Earth at any one time when they were the dominant species on Earth. Here is the answer from ChatGPT. We can make some educated guesses based on comparisons with modern ecosystems, the fossil record, and our understanding of dinosaur biology and ecology. Several factors to consider include species diversity. Dinosaurs included a wide range of species, from small bird-like creatures to massive sauropods. Different species occupy different ecological niches, similar to the diversity seen in modern vertebrate fauna. Geographical distribution. Dinosaurs lived on all continents, which were configured differently due to continental drift. Their populations would have varied by region, habitat, and climate. Population density. Population densities would have varied widely among species. Smaller herbivorous dinosaurs likely had higher population densities, similar to modern herbivorous mammals, while large carnivorous dinosaurs had lower densities, akin to large modern carnivores. Ecological roles. Dinosaurs filled many ecological roles, from apex predators to primary herbivores, much like mammals do today. For a very rough estimate, we can draw comparisons to modern ecosystems and extrapolate. Modern large herbivores, like elephants or bison, can number in the tens to hundreds of thousands in suitable habitats. Modern large carnivores, such as lions or tigers, are much fewer, often in the thousands or fewer. Smaller animals, like birds or small mammals, can have populations in the millions or even billions. Given these considerations, here is a speculative approach to estimating the total dinosaur population. Small to medium herbivores. If we assume similar densities to large herbivorous mammals, let's estimate around 100,000 individuals per species. Large herbivores. If we assume lower densities, perhaps around 10,000 individuals per species. Small to medium carnivores. If we assume similar densities to large carnivorous mammals, let's estimate around 1,000 individuals per species. Large carnivores. If we assume even lower densities, perhaps around 500 individuals per species. If we further assume there were around 1,000 species of dinosaurs coexisting at any given time. A conservative estimate, considering the diversity found in the fossil record, we could make a very rough population estimate. Calculating for each category. Small to medium herbivores, 500 species times 100,000 individuals equals 50 million individuals. Large herbivores, 300 species times 10,000 individuals equals 3 million individuals. Small to medium carnivores, 150 species times 1,000 individuals equals 150,000 individuals. Large carnivores, 50 species times 500 individuals equals 25,000 individuals. Adding these together gives a total rough estimate. 50 million plus 3 million plus 150,000 plus 25,000 equals 53,175,000 individuals. This very rough estimate suggests there could have been tens of millions of dinosaurs alive at any given time during their dominance. However, this number is highly speculative and should be taken as a broad approximation rather than a precise figure. The actual number could vary widely depending on numerous ecological, environmental, and biological factors. Using this as a conservative estimate, we have an average of 53,175,000 animals classified as dinosaurs living on Earth in a single generation. Multiply that times 1 million generations, and we get 53,175,000,000,000 dinosaurs that were born, lived, and died throughout history. That is 53 trillion dinosaurs. Now I ask you, where are the bones? If 53 trillion dinosaurs died on this planet, where are the bones? If 53 trillion dinosaurs died on this planet, the Earth should not be covered with dirt. It should be covered miles deep in dinosaur bones. Dinosaur DNA should be in every scoop of dirt. What science teaches is ridiculous. Personally, I believe the extinction level event was the worldwide flood approximately 4,500 years ago, and the environment immediately following that flood was radically different for most of the Earth. Gas bubbles trapped in tree resin or amber from the antediluvian world show an oxygen-rich environment. Oxygen levels in the past show a concentration level of 35% as compared to 21% today. That type of environment would enable the enormous girth of some species of dinosaurs to survive and thrive. Given their lung size that can be surmised from the skeletal remains, today's oxygen level of 21% would not be enough to supply the body needs of those animals. There is evidence to support the existence of a tropical environment nearly worldwide in the antediluvian world. Also, the oceans were much smaller before the flood, providing much more land and much more foliage for oxygen creation. Clearly, Antarctica was once a tropical place. Some want to attribute that to continental drift, supporting their ancient Earth theory. However, there is plenty of archaeological evidence to suggest continental drift does not exist. Stonehenge, temples in ancient Egypt, and many more sites scattered around the world on various continents, dating to thousands of years ago, are aligned to the solstices and/or equinoxes. If these sites have been drifting at the rate of 0.6 inches a year around the globe, none of them would still be aligned to the solstices and equinoxes, yet they are. For example, Stonehenge is estimated to be 5,000 years old. At a drift rate of 0.6 inches per year, the site should have drifted 250 feet out of alignment, but it has not. The lifespan of humans in the antediluvian world, as recorded in the Bible, was much longer than after the flood, on the order of 7 to 10 times longer. If the antediluvian environment was the main factor, it would be reasonable to assume another animal's life was much longer also. This could account for the immense size of some of the dinosaurs. Many fish, amphibians, lizards, and snakes are indeterminate growers. This means that they can get as big as their environment and diet allow. Plentiful foliage, oxygen, and long lifespan could account for the immense size of some of these creatures. The ooparts that appear to be antediluvian depict animals similar to the skeletal remains of large dinosaurs. The artwork of post-diluvian artists records reptiles similar in look, but of a smaller scale than that of dinosaur skeletons shown in popular museums throughout the world. In closing, my position on dinosaurs is that they existed alongside man up until the flood. The flood was an extinction-level event for all animal life, including man. The Bible says that Noah and his family survived the flood, along with a male and a female of all the animals. This means the dinosaurs would have survived the flood, but the environment would no longer support the lifespan or the requirements of the larger creatures.